Denmark has long been considered one of the most desirable places to live, consistently excelling in areas like healthcare, education, and infrastructure. This reputation has made it a popular destination for migrants over the past few decades. However, recent years have seen a shift in public opinion with increasing opposition to immigration. This change has prompted Denmark to adopt some of the strictest immigration policies within the European Union. Instead of focusing on integrating refugees, Denmark now emphasizes returning them to their home countries once it's deemed safe. This shift in policy has sparked controversy and debate, particularly regarding Syrian refugees. Interestingly, in Denmark, strict immigration views are shared across the political spectrum, unlike in other countries where such policies are typically right-wing. Public unease towards non-EU migration is growing. Denmark's stance surprises some, as the country is often associated with liberal, welfare-oriented policies. However, challenges faced by neighboring Sweden have highlighted the complexities of migration. Sweden has experienced difficulties with integration and rising gang violence, contrasting Denmark's stricter approach. Danish leaders argue that previous policies strained the welfare system and working-class citizens. Denmark's welfare state, among the oldest globally, provides extensive social benefits funded by high taxes. This system relies on a balance, which can be upset by newcomers who don't immediately contribute. By 2014, immigrants made up over 8% of Denmark's population, with many from non-Western countries. Income levels among these groups are often lower than the Danish average, contributing to economic disparities. These economic gaps challenge integration efforts. Persistent disparities across generations indicate potential systemic issues, posing threats to the welfare state's sustainability. Concerns about poverty are rising, particularly among migrant families. A significant percentage of non-Western children live in poverty compared to Danish children, exacerbating the situation. Links between poverty and crime are well documented, and Denmark is increasingly worried about rising crime rates among migrant communities. Violent crime is notably higher in these populations. Reflecting on Sweden's experience with gang violence, Denmark aims to prevent similar issues through a controversial ghetto plan, targeting areas with high non-Western immigrant concentrations. The plan includes mandatory daycare to teach Danish language and values, and involves restructuring public housing to diversify residents. The goal is to reduce non-Western residents in these areas. While the plan has supporters, it also faces criticism for potentially deepening segregation. Critics argue it unfairly targets ethnic minorities, leading to accusations of discrimination. Despite protests, the Danish government remains committed to the plan, rebranding it as efforts to address parallel societies. The intention is to improve integration and reduce crime. Denmark is also championing efforts to reduce migrant numbers entering the EU, collaborating with other member states to strengthen border controls. Controversial proposals for third-country asylum processing have emerged. Proposals include outsourcing asylum procedures to countries like Albania or Turkey. Although paused, Denmark hasn't entirely abandoned plans to send asylum seekers to Rwanda for processing. Denmark's approach is compared to the UK's former Rwanda policy, which was dismantled in 2024 under new leadership. While labor shortages persist, they are in high-skilled sectors, not typically filled by asylum seekers. Denmark's stricter measures are gaining political and public support, reflecting broader European trends where integration, crime, and welfare sustainability concerns shape policies. The question remains whether other countries will follow Denmark's lead or choose different paths, as Europe grapples with migration challenges. The future of migration policies across the continent hangs in the balance.